How are you?
Fine.
Fine? Mm-hmm. If you can reborn, what would you choose to be?
If I could be reborn?
A woman or a man?
I don't know. Maybe I'll try something different.
Like what?
Well, on the other hand, I don't know, because since I know what it's like to be a woman and it's familiar, maybe I think I'd choose to be a woman again.
You like it?
Yeah.
What is your biggest fear in life?
Death.
What do you think about it?
I think it's something I don't want to experience.
You think it's like life after death or something?
I don't know. I don't know what's after death. That's probably why I don't like it.
And as a woman, only as a woman, how is your inside? Calm, or is it like kind of war inside or something?
How is my inside?
Yeah.
You mean, how do I feel inside? And everything. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm enraged, sometimes I'm calm, sometimes I'm crazy.
And what about your spiritual life?
I think religion and spirituality is a personal thing. I'm not a member of any organized religion or anything like that, but I think prayer and meditation is important. So,
if your mother was still alive, what do you think that she will say about you right now?
I don't know what she would say. I think that she would love me and be happy if I was happy.
I think your child was kind of hard.
My childhood?
And it was hardship and tragedy. What was your vision in that time of your life?
Well, I think I was a very frightened child because my mother died when I was young, and my home life was disrupted because all of my brothers and sisters we got farmed out to other people. Some went to relatives, some went to neighbors, and my family was broken up for a long time, so I had no sense of security. So I think I had a fairly insecure childhood.
You have done everything except having a baby. You have plans to?
Yes.
When?
Soon. Tomorrow.
And what kind of commitment will it take, like some mother?
I don't know. I've never been a mother. I guess I'll find out what the commitment is when I get there.
What do you think about body freedom?
I think it's important, essential. I think everyone should feel free and comfortable with their bodies.
Are you happy with yours?
Mm-hmm.
And in your book, Sex, you shows your fantasies. You mix love, sex, and homosexual, bisexual aspect, but also faces. How do you find the balance between it?
Well, I said that in the beginning of the book that these are my sexual fantasies, and in real life, whatever sex we practice, it's essential and important to always practice safe sex.
But I think that most of the people never say the truth. They're afraid of the truth. And you have your own one. In your music, in your book, in where you dance, you talk, you are. Yes, is that the true you?
It's the part of myself that I want to reveal. I mean, my statements about practicing safe sex are my true statements. But me as an artist, the music that I write, the movies that I make, whatever, that generally is me playing a character or a combination of many things. My book, my songs, whatever, parts of my true self are in there, and a lot of it is my fantasy, my imagination, what I've observed in other people. So there's truth and fiction in everything I do.
You have since a child a competitive drive, and you always wanted to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're the best now, or if you are the best, are you satisfied?
Well, what is your definition of the best? I mean, I'm the best at what I do. I can't compare myself to other people because everyone's different.
Are you satisfied with yourself?
With what I've accomplished in life? Oh, yes.
What do you think about power and willing?
I think power is a great aphrodisiac.
Where do you take it from, your power?
I think power, first of all, comes from a point of view. First you have to have a point of view in life, and then you have to act on it. You have to believe in what you say. You have to say what you believe. You have to have a lot of energy. You have to have a lot of courage. You have to have conviction and commitment to whatever it is that you say, that you believe. And I don't know, those are the most important things.
So what's the clue for success? The key?
To be true to yourself.
You are?
Yes.
Most of the time?
I'm true to myself as far as, you know, do I believe in what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, I am.
How do you visualize your life in 10 years?
I don't.
No? You want to live for a long time?
Yes. I don't know what I'll be doing.
What do you do if you have AIDS?
What would I do if I had AIDS? I would probably do everything I could to live a long and healthy life.
And what do you think about the real world now, the problems?
Well, it's sort of a strange question because the real world consists of everything, good and bad. There are good things, there are triumphs, and there are tragedies in life. So AIDS is part of it. If you're asking me what I think of AIDS, I hope and pray that we find a cure for it because it's killing all of my friends.
You're talking about Mexico and Mexican art.
Mm-hmm.
You like Frida Kahlo.
I love her.
Something about her?
Well, I collect art, and that's how I first came to know Frida Kahlo, through her paintings. I'm a big fan of a lot of Mexican artists. I love Diego Rivera's work also, and so I first got to know Frida Kahlo that way, just from liking her paintings and stuff, and then I started to read more about her life, and I came to know her as a really incredible woman and a real inspiration because she had a lot of odds against her. She suffered many tragedies, and she rose above all of them and made beautiful art, and I admire her for that.
You're going to do the movie of her?
Well, I was very interested in making a movie about her, and I developed a screenplay based on her life. I did a lot of research. But so many people have become interested in Frida Kahlo in a sort of trendy, cultish way, you know, and now everybody wants to make a movie about Frida Kahlo, so I'm going to wait until it's not fashionable.
So you feel more like a movie star, a singer, dancer? What did you like the most?
I feel like a storyteller.
A storyteller?
A performance artist. I don't consider myself any of those things in particular.
You yourself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You feel lonely?
Doesn't everybody?
Maybe more than anybody else.
No. I think I'm just like everyone else.
How can you deal, like, too much money and too much success?
I don't have too much money and too much success.
You don't?
No.
So who has it?
I don't know. I mean, I can only go on my, you know, I can only judge my own life. I can't judge someone else's. I think if people think they have too much money or too much success, they should give it away.
So, is there any dream you want to do? Something you dream of all your life?
I'm doing it. This is exactly what I want to do.
Nothing more?
I would love to learn how to paint. I would love to be a painter.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
And if you can turn back time, you can change something of your life, you would do it?
I would do one thing.
What?
I would bring my mother back to life. If I could change it, that's the only thing.
Thank you, Madonna.
Mm-hmm.